Okay, it's coming.
Oh, can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Let me talk about motivation for attending this kind of presentation event. I think you are very good at schoolwork and very good students, so you are very highly motivated to join this kind of session. But let me tell you about the motivation theory of Maslow. It's a very famous one. So it's if you remember it, maybe you get some ideas from this pyramid. The bottom one is food, water, warmth, rest, the basic human needs. And second one is also security and safety. And the third one will be friends, relations, relatives, and your family. And then in here, we have feeling of accomplishment. If you do something to accomplish, your self-esteem needs will be fulfilled. And after that, on the fifth step, you get creative activities. So these two parts are the purpose of our presentation attendance, I guess. And after that, you will be in the society and get much higher motivation. It's called transcendence. Mother Teresa is one of the example, and she's got a holistic level of human consciousness. So please remind these pyramid, and you are very motivated students, and I hope you get a good presentation in the future. And then, okay, I don't think we have some time. Maybe, okay, this is traditional Japanese dancer called Zeami. Maybe some students know about this. Okay, he's got a very famous book called Fushikaden, and he said the most important attitude for the actor is you can see yourself. You have to see yourself when you even play the act. And it's called Mokuzen Shingo. It's looking at yourself from in front of you, but you are behind you and you are looking at yourself objectively. This is a first step. And the last step will be here, being aware of your own appearance as seen from the audience seats. So from the audience seats, audience look at you and you can see yourself objectively. You have been seen from the audience. So this strongly warned the actors to act on their own beliefs. We have to discard this kind of idea because if you do your own presentation, ignoring your audience, it's not a good performance. So please be conscious about yourself and audience. So here are some movie.
役者にとって最も重要な心構えがあるとゼアミは言います。それは自分自身の姿が見えているということ。そのことを語ったゼアミの言葉があります。目前慎吾。目は前を見ているが、心は自分の後方にあって自分を客観的に見ているという意味です。
すみません、sensei. We cannot see the video.
もう一つ。利権の権。観客席から見た自分の姿を意識することによって本当の自分の姿を見極めることです。自分勝手な思い込みで演じることを世阿弥は強く戒めたのです。
And Yoshida Sensei, we cannot see any video. Only can see the word of Excel.
あ、そうですか。あ、見えないですかね。
Behind maybe this one.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. Okay.
Would you please move to the next part?
Yeah, sure. Maybe next time. Okay. Okay, there's a famous one called Aristotle's LEP. And we need three things about the presentation. If we want to persuade somebody, there will be three things you have to remember. Okay, the first one is ethos. So it's called, you should be trusted by the audience. Then the reasoning, you have to logically persuade them. And then the third one is emotionally, you have to persuade them. So if we put those things together for the presentation, you will get a good persuasive presentation. So you have to memorize that. And then about delivery and language. As for delivery, just Kageto Sensei said, posture, gesture, eye contact, vocal expressiveness, and compelling and confidence. And as for language, imaginative, memorable, and compelling language should be presented. And also appropriate to audience. So you should be audience conscious. Okay, as for prosody, maybe some of them know already, but okay. As for English, there are syllables, many syllables. So you can count syllables like this. And then, okay, next step is add the strong part and weak part. Like I go to school by bus. So English comes one by one, strong part and weak part. And then content word should be pronounced strongly. Content word, I go, school, bus. And best time, start early morning. So you should stress those black dots if you deliver this sentence. And then, as for long sentence, you have to, if there are three strong points, you have to pick up one strongest point. So in this case, the last one, I go to school by bus. The bus will be the strongest among these three dots. But in this conversation, where do you go by bus? I go to school by bus. So you have to put the stress on in here. And okay, these are called the thought group. Okay, these are some of my best friends are people I've met in class. So these are strong points. Okay, and the thought group is like, this is a chunk called the thought group. Okay, there are periods, comma, semicolon, and these things are chunks. Like these syntactic constituent, we have thought groups also. Like a noun phrase, a beautiful woman entered the room, like climbed tall trees, had been dancing. These are called the thought group. With my friends, when I was a boy, I leaped over fences. The boy who was no longer than 6 or 7, I leaped over a fence, something like that. So you have to put the word group together and pronounce it in one stress. Okay. As for good questions and bad questions, okay, good question is concrete and essential question. It's not a trivial, like what do you eat in this morning or something. It's a trivial question, but essential question and also concrete, not abstract. So your question should be concrete and essential. And also, presenter's interest and your interest will is here, around here. So you have to ask a question regarding presenter's interest and also your own interest. And the last one will be past experience and the current context. So you have to ask the presenter's past experience, and referring to that, you can ask the current context question. Okay, these are good questions. And as for signal words, if you do some conversation, we have many English expressions as for about beginning or changing or turn taking, or it's very easy to understand. So you have to memorize it, and in conversation you speak it naturally. Like I mean, in other words, or for instance, or above all, or at least, or actually, or something like that. So I put these things, and maybe you can use this list for your conversation or presentation. It's and as for criteria, there are many criteria